Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk about how to apply for the Australian 189 visa. So, first of all, what is 189 visa? It is a skill independent visa for you to stay in Australia permanently. So if you go to the Australian government's Department of Home Affairs website, you can see there are three different streams in this visa. Most of us are going to apply for the porn test stream. But if you are from Hong Kong or from New Zealand, there are two different pathways that you can also apply for. So today we're gonna look about the porn test stream. Okay, first of all, how much does it cost? It is $4,240. And then it allows you to work and study anywhere in Australia. And you don't need to be sponsored by any state government. And if eligible, you can become an Australian citizen in the future. So, what do we need to do for us to apply for this visa? You must have an occupation on the relevant skill occupation list. So what does it mean? So we click in here and have a quick look. There are so many different occupations. You can search your answer cook by searching your occupation. For us, like for example, I am a registered nurse, so I'm just gonna search registered nurse, and there are so many different specialty. Like if you work in the community, your answer code will be this one, and you are on the skill occupation list. Now, you need to have a suitable skill assessment for the occupation. So what does it mean? It means even if you have a skill occupation, you still need to provide a relevant skill assessing document. So you go to here, skill assessing authority, and it will tell you which organization provides you the skill assessment. So, for example, as I mentioned, I am a registered nurse. So, Australian Nursing Midwifery Accreditation Council Limited will provide me a skill assessment. It takes a while for me. It took me like a month to get the result, and you need to pay for that, but not too expensive. It was just only I can't remember, like $100 or $200. Yep. All right. So we go back here, and then okay. Sorry, guys. I'm lost now. All right. We go back to the email account and the Home Affairs website. So, what's the other requirement that you need to have? You can have a look at the eligibility. So you need to have a suitable skill assessment, as we mentioned before, and you need to be under 45 years old. And you need to have a points test, at least 65 points. So there is a points calculator. You can calculate your points by entering your details. Like for example, my age is under 33 years old, and then my English test is proficient. Proficient means you have the IELTS at 7 for each component, or PTE at least 65 for each of the four test components. So I've got 65 for four components. So that means I'm proficient. And for the employment experience, I've got less than 3 years overseas experience and less than 1 year Australian skill employment. So there's no point for me to claim in employment. And then they're gonna ask you about the educational qualification. If you got a bachelor degree or diploma or doctor degree, you can click here. So mine is bachelor degree. So do you have at least one degree? Yes, I have. And any specialist education qualification? No. If you guys have studied a master degree, you can click yes here for at least 2 academic years in a relevant field. And any community language? No. If you have, you can click yes. It will give you 5 marks. And then study in regional area? Yes. At least one degree? Yes. I have studied nursing degree in regional area for at least 2 years. And any partner? If you guys have any partner or de facto partner, you can click here. But for me, I'm single, so I just say single. And any professional year? No, I don't have that. So my point is 85. Okay, so we're going back here. We talk about English level. We have our skill assessment. And for the application of this visa, we're gonna do the health check. And then we're gonna meet our character requirements. And you can't have any debt to the Australian government. You need to pay it all back before you apply for this visa. And you're gonna sign the Australian value statement, and you haven't had any visa cancellation or previous application refused. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this visa. For this visa, what's the difference between 189 skill independent visa and 190? So pretty much 190 is sponsored by the state government, and you need to stay in the specific state for at least 2 years. Like Tasmania, it provides you the 190 state nomination, and after you apply this visa, you need to stay for 2 years. But for 189, you doesn't need to stay. You can work and study anywhere in Australia. Okay. So it will also provide you the pathway to become a citizen. And then we're gonna have a look at the 189 invitation run, which is very interesting because it used to be very difficult to have the invitation, but around at the end of 2022, the invitation was increasing a lot. So we have a look here on the 8th of December last year. The federal government invite 35,000 people to apply for 189 visa. And then for the it used to be very low number, very less invitation before. So but it was increasing from the August. So in October, it was still very good. The number was around 11,000 invitation. And then, but we have a look here. Okay, we scroll down to the bottom. In August, not too bad. It was really good. 12,000 people have the invitation. Um, but back to the April, it was only 1,000. Okay, and back to the beginning of 2022, it was only 200. So from here, we know that the federal government is very eager to invite more people to apply for this visa. They want more intelligent and more skilled worker to come to Australia because they are very short staff in a lot of different occupational area like nurses, professionals, all sorts of work. Okay, so it is a very good chance for us to apply for that. So the main point is, how can we apply for that? First of all, you need to submit an expression of interest through Skill Select, which we are as known as EOI. So Skill Select is a different page as email account. If you have an account before, you can log in, but if you haven't, you can click here, Start an EOI, and it will guide you to apply an EOI. Okay. So we submit an EOI, and here is about 12 different pages that pretty much asking you to fill your personal information, and it relate to your point calculator. Like they will ask you your English test results, your employment, educational history, have you studied in regional area, or have you got any credentialed community language, and your partner skills, something like that. Okay. So, good luck, everyone. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. You guys can leave the comments below. And thank you for watching my video. I will see you again next time.